We're seeing an interrogation video which shows a father incriminating his son in a murder investigation.
Abdul Robinson is just one of 5 men linked to the shooting death of Charles McCormick. News4Jax reporter Janice Harris joining us live from the Duval County Courthouse after listening to a 21-minute video of Abdul Robinson Sr., Janice, talking about the men facing murder charges, including his own 2 sons.
We're learning lots of details this evening through that. This video was released through the state attorney's office, and with that, Abdul Robinson Sr. is heard on that video talking to the state attorney's office, and he says his son, Hakeem Robertson, is a shooter involved in Charles McCormick's murder. It's one of many things that Robinson Sr. says, and a jury could see this as incriminating when and if a trial happens. This is Abdul Robinson Sr. in the green, his attorney in the gray suit, and an unidentified man in the bottom left of the screen. A member of the state attorney's office, the prosecuting office, is seen on the bottom right. Robinson Sr. is about to make a sworn statement.
From you, if you would please raise your right hand. Mr. Robinson, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Abdul Robinson Sr. has been identified by JSO as a local leader of a violent gang. January 15th, 2020, 23-year-old Charles McCormick was shot and killed in this community on Merle Road. JSO has arrested Dominique Barner, Hakeem Robinson, Leroy Whitaker, and Abdul Robinson Jr. for McCormick's murder. Robinson Sr. is facing accessory after the fact before this interrogation video.
Go pick up Scotty.
Robinson Sr. told the state attorney's office that his son, Hakeem Robinson, posted on Instagram an incriminating message after McCormick was murdered.
Call it the story. It's on the story saying that kill and get his toes done.
And was that depicting Hakeem Robinson?
Say what?
Did that, you said it was on the story, was that like Instagram story?
Yeah, Instagram story.
And was that something that was posted by Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
When you saw that, were you upset?
Yes, sir.
Did you try and reach out and speak to Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
And when you spoke to him, what did you tell him?
I told him he need to take down.
Did he deny being involved when you told him to take that down?
No.
During questioning, Robinson Sr. tells the state he believes his son, Hakeem Robinson, is seen on dash cam at McCormick's murder scene.
Now, as part of the discovery in this case, you've had an opportunity with your attorney to watch what I'll refer to as a dash cam video, a video that actually recorded the murder of Charles McCormick. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've watched that?
Yes, sir.
Did you recognize the shooter?
Yes, sir.
Who was the shooter in that video?
Hakeem Robinson.
Your son, Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
Robinson's father also told prosecutors he thought his son, Hakeem Robinson, was the shooter based upon these sneakers the gunman is seen wearing and guns that he says his son has had before and after the shooting. Hakeem Robinson's attorney, Chris DeCoste, has told News4Jax in previous interviews the gunman in the dash cam video is not his client. This is Robinson Sr.'s court record showing his guilty plea. He could face up to 20 years in prison. Barner, Robinson Jr., Hakeem Robinson, and Whitaker are all awaiting trial for Charles McCormick's murder. It's likely this video will be seen again if and when a trial happens. And this is a look at the next court date for these young men. Of the 5 men, Dominique Barner's next hearing, according to court records, is on February 1st. Abdul Kareem Robinson Jr., his next hearing is January 31st, as well as Hakeem Robertson and also Leroy Whitaker. They'll all be held here in the Duval County Courthouse. Reporting live from the Duval County Courthouse, Janice Harris, Channel 4.
Yo, 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 it's Big Ant the Spokesman, man. Back, another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and first and foremost, I want to send condolences to the entire family of Charles McCormick, a.k.a. Lil Buck. No matter what the actual details and facts are and the end results of this situation with the case and everything, that is still somebody's loved one that they are grieving over as this process is still continuing. So most definitely condolences to them. Now, out of Jacksonville, the news, I'm going to have the links in the description. And I'm going to get into some parts of the write-up in just a second. I've been covering this situation for a while, even before the father decided to go in and testify. This is the real part of this game right here. Ksoo, popular rapper out there, and be clear, he's not only testifying on one son, the other one too, or willing to testify if he has to take it there for him to be able to reach his plea agreement. This is something we've been seeing going on a lot as of lately. Now this ring, this ATK gang that they claim, he's a leader. This is documented. He's a street dude. So if you in the streets, keeping it all the way 1,000. That's the rules that they created. If you cooperate with the police in any form or fashion, that is considered snitching. But guess what? When it get real, you have an accessory to the murder after the fact. The father doesn't want to do that time. He said he had an argument with his son over the Instagram post. We keep hearing that a lot in these cases, man. Instagram posts. Because niggas want to kill and they want to get the clout for it. If you want to get the clout for the murder, which I suggest you don't do it because you see the end results. They got caught up from somebody who was there on the scene that they didn't even know was law enforcement. You never know who watching. You never know who looking. You never know what video cameras is catching you. They ran and jumped through some yards and some gates and cameras caught them. Bro, chill out with the gang banging and the violence because this the end game for you. You're going to eventually get jammed up. But the write-up says this right here. According to an arrest warrant, Robinson was arrested in connection with the murder after investigators used a confidential informant inside the pre-trial detention facility to record a conversation with Barner, the man who D. Coste called a snitch in his statement to News 4 Jax. Robinson Sr.'s court records show his guilty plea. He could face up to 20 years in prison. Barner, Robinson Jr., Robinson, and Whitaker are all awaiting trial in the death of McCormick. Now, as part of discovery of this case, you've had an opportunity with your attorney to watch what I refer to as dash cam video that actually recorded the murder of Charles McCormick. Is that correct? His father says, yes, sir. Did you recognize the shooter? Yes, sir. Who was the shooter in that video? Hakeem Robinson. That's his flesh and blood. P, your son, Hakeem Robinson. Yes. And this is probably one of the craziest things I done seen in the game, man. Right there on video telling on his sons. Ain't no other way to slice the pie. They didn't go to trial yet, but this is going to get played if he decide to go. He's pointing out the shoes, the guns, recognizing his son. Y'all tell me how this going to hold up. And he's still facing prison time. As I told y'all before, man, find you an exit strategy. If you dove in these streets at a young age, do your best to get up out of them, bro, because ain't no loyalty out there. Don't get caught up in this cycle that is plaguing our people and got us being blasted all over the news. It's hitting their news before we get to speak on it. We covering hip-hop media because he's a rapper, but it's hitting their news and publication and already all over the place. We got a father telling on 2 of his sons, my nigga. If you got an extra strategy, my nigga, get out that water, bro, because ain't nobody loyal in that game. If it's 20 niggas, you're lucky if you get 10 of them to be loyal to you for real. As you see, a father is like, nah, I ain't going to do that prison time for y'all. Tell me what y'all think. We got more shit coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.